So anyway, we're on, brother.
We on?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dope. Here we go.
Another one.
Rolling my sleeves up, son. Why not?
So how you been,
Settle
man?
in.
What are we in, like week 3 lockdown?
Yeah, week 3. I've been off work for a week and a half now. What about you?
Doing all right. I'm still. I'm apparently I'm an essential worker.
Making bread.
So still doing the bacon gig early in those mornings. Not as many. It's obviously severely cut back hours, but
That's all right. You're the breadwinner making bread.
hey,
Hey, is that where it came from?
I think that comes from the phrase, like working to put bread on the table, right?
Yeah. Ah, I wonder if it was a thing during the Black Plague. It's like, yeah, but bread. People still need the bread.
Then they cut it open, it's full of black tar, and they're like, "Oh fuck,
Oh, I guess they weren't that essential.
God's angry."
Taste, taste tester, come hither. Taste tester, Cadbury, Cadbury, sample the bread, Cadbury.
Ah, fuck. So anyway,
Pretty. Yeah. What's up?
dude. So we got a cool episode going on here. Not that any of them have not been cool. Know what I'm saying? But yeah. But
Beep.
this this will be a fun one because
What's up?
we're always saying like, hey, if anybody's got a suggestion or whatever, you want to chuck something through to us, something you want us
Always,
to
yeah.
talk about or whatever. So a couple of fans reached out recently.
Cool.
And sent over a couple of things via Instagram or Facebook Messenger. So that was really cool. So I think this episode would be
Okay.
pretty sweet because at least for a little while, the conversation is going to kind of be steered in a direction by these couple of fans. I think that's pretty cool.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I can dig it.
I
So
can dig it like Michael Jackson's grave. Let's go.
Oh, that guy. So let's see. So this first fan sent me a couple of news articles that she found
Okay.
pretty entertaining. This was over Instagram. So this was sent by Cassie Pattinson. So shout out to Cassie Pattinson.
What up?
Thanks for listening.
What up?
Now this first one, so she sent this one. She sent both of them about 3 weeks ago, and I had told her, like, oh yeah, like when Wayne and I get back together face to face, we'll start going over these. But of course,
Mhm.
all this lockdown's extended and all that,
Yeah,
so it's
that's-
like, all right,
yeah.
no more delay, no more waiting.
Yeah, just fucking do it. Get into
So
it.
just fucking do it. So yeah, Cassie Pattinson sent over 2 articles that are pretty entertaining. Now this first one,
Okay.
this kid, I know this kid who had gone viral about a month ago, and Wayne, I think you're sort of familiar with this, but
Man, if this is who I
this
think
is
it
okay.
is that you're talking about,
So
this is going to be lengthy.
from from 7 News Australia,
Well,
British influencer
yep,
Ollie
it's the one.
London
It's the one.
says they identify as Korean
Wow.
after nearly 20 plastic surgeries.
Yeah.
So,
So you're more plastic than you're Korean, motherfucker.
at this
20?
point,
Are you kidding me? You're more artificial plastic than you are a Korean. Fuck out of here.
can you imagine?
Come on, man. Like, dude.
So the article here. So a British influencer has had almost 20 plastic surgery procedures to look like a member of K-pop band BTS.
They're huge, man.
They are.
Not in stature, but just on the chart. They're quite small people.
It's like watching a group of Tom Cruises jump around. on stage.
It's like a bunch of Pokemon that escaped the Pokeballs. They're all on the same wavelength.
So he has 20 plastic surgeries to look like a member of the K-pop group BTS, and now says that they identify as Korean. Ollie London,
Lord.
who uses the pronouns they and them. So already I'm not taking anything to say
Already.
seriously.
Hmm.
On Monday, shared a series of videos from a hospital bed.
Yeah.
He couldn't. I mean, this motherfucker couldn't even wait till the surgeries were healed up. He
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, look at me while I'm all fucked up and swollen. I want to
He
tell you
was.
how Korean I am."
He looked Korean with some sort of like a food type of poisoning that had affected his face. Not only
You
did the plastic surgery not heal, but it's like, are you allergic to shellfish?
I know his
he
cheeks were
just
puffed out.
he just puffed up hard.
I'm feeling really good. For the first time in my life, I feel beautiful. I'm looking in the mirror and I love the way I look and feel happy. And I hope people can respect my decision. It's a very tough decision to come out this way. But I am coming out as non-binary. I don't feel I identify as male or female. I just feel like I'm just in the middle. And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin. Because I know a lot of people don't understand me, but I do identify as Korean. And I do look Korean now. I do feel Korean. I don't identify as British, so...
He looked like a squirrel had stuffed his mouth with dumplings and then just started squinting.
But his eye sockets had no choice because it was just too much shit going on in his cheeks.
But I mean,
Lord.
like, how is it not? I mean, fuck. Anyway, I'll keep reading. But
Okay, good. You go. I mean, I told you this is gonna be a lengthy one. Shit. Thanks, Cass.
so the video it highlighted their latest round of surgeries in a bid to look like BTS member Park Jimin. Quote: "Hey guys, I'm finally." I can't even say this with a straight face. Quote: "Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned." I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck?
Come on, man.
I'm
Come on.
finally another race of people.
Jesus.
London said in one video, claiming they were now, quote, transracial. Quote, quote, I
What?
identify
Dude,
as Korean.
dude, I'm actually two races, and I don't claim that shit. I just say mixed. I will never say
But-
I'm transracial.
But if there was ever a type of person who could properly, and still it would be kind of a joke, but to properly say, oh yeah, I can transition back and forth between races, it would be kind of like a joke. It's like I'm white, I'm black, and then they would like stereotype each one, but they are
That's
actually
exactly
each
what
one.
I do. You're
Right,
giving
that's
away
like
my
that's like
bit.
Wayne's
That's my
shtick,
whole
everybody.
pitch. That's what I do. Niggas and crackers. That's what I do. Come at me. I didn't need 20 plastic surgeries to have that shit happen. I was fucking born this way.
That's
Come
right.
on, bro.
Wayne will he'll either come at you with a gun or a lawyer. You have
I can only afford one, not both. Yeah.
So he further added to that sentence. I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country. That's exactly
Right.
how I look now.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Now
Well, then your
to be
native tongue
clear-
should be Korean.
To be clear, folks listening who are not familiar with this story,
With yeah. And us.
you should know this person is just whiter than I am. I mean, fuck me, are they as pale as Casper the Ghost? I mean, this
It
is
looked like an A4 sheet of paper.
this is. I promise you, this is not a Korean person. I just fuck me. London also posted a rainbow version of the Korean flag to their Twitter. Quote, "This is my new official flag for being a non-binary person who identifies as Korean." Fuck, is that a mouthful?
That is a mouthful. Did you say that right? Is that? Did I
Let me read
mishear?
it again. This is
Yeah,
my. There's there's so much to unpack in that sentence. This is my new official flag for being a non-binary person who identifies as Korean.
Did they say non-official flag though?
No,
too?
no, no.
Like,
My new official flag.
new official. Oh,
New
Jesus.
official. So I guess he had
Who the fuck? What?
another official flag before that and said, "Nah, fuck this flag."
Yeah, I'm Korean, but fuck that flag. I'm gonna just make my own. Just cause they're a part of the system now. They're already rebelling against the system. Come on, bro.
He added, quote, "Thank you for the overwhelming support. It was so hard for me to come out as them/they/core/Ian."
Huh?
Let's hold on. Let's read that again. Thank
Core?
you for the overwhelming support. First of all, I think that's a stretch. Overwhelming support. Okay, you had support from probably some of your followers. I get it because you're an influencer and you influence other psychopaths. So I understand.
That's bad. That's the worst thing about it, my dude.
It is. That is actually, and we'll get into that.
Yeah,
real
for
soon.
sure. Of course. Oh yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
for the
yeah.
overwhelming support. It was so hard for me to come out as them/they/. Now, this is not /Korean. This is /core, KOR/Ian, EAN. He
What?
There's a slash in between core and Ian in his statement here.
What the fuck does that mean?
No, what the fuck does any of it mean? Let's just get real.
What does all of it mean? Yeah, but this
these people
just,
make shit up, dude.
honestly, dog. Oh,
This really bothers me to the core. Ian, get it
Ian.
back!
Now let's get to the core, Ian, of the problem. I don't think this person has very strong core Ian values. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Johnny, I just finished this apple. You want to chew on the core? Ian?
Oh,
So last night I was watching hardcore Ian porn.
What are you doing there in the living room, Mike, with those 100 sit-ups? Oh, I'm just working on my core, Ian. Oh, God, I'm just going to plank across the southern and northern border of core, Ian's. Imagine if you were like doing like SOS, like the Koreans are attacking you, just like the core, and then you had to wait. It's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's like the core / Ian's are attacked, and everyone's dead already because the 15 seconds it took for you to put that space in there. You dumb cunt.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Dude.
Core Ian.
It's just yeah. So anyway, Now, the article starts back up after that quote about overwhelming support. So the article continues. The supposed overwhelming support, however, was also marred by accusations of racism and cultural appropriation. Now,
You don't say.
now, uh, now to me, okay, so first of all, the phrase cultural appropriation typically is, you know, just a load of bullshit that gets used by people just like this, actually.
Of course.
Like they say things like, okay, dude, I'll give you a perfect example. Side note, so obviously the Olympics are on right now, bro. I'm not even fucking kidding. The Associated Press ran an opinion piece by some, you know, sociopath dick fuck who wrote this article about surfing in the Olympics, and basically the article was this total like shit canning of surfing. It was just like this hit piece against surfing in general. No.
Oh, in general. Oh.
Surfing in general. Like their whole thing was like surfing was it's basically surfing is cultural appropriation because it was originally invented by native Hawaiians, and now that it's in the Olympics, it's only further stealing the spiritual practice of surfing from the native peoples of Hawaii. This is how crazy this person was that wrote this. And
were they a Hawaiian? Were they like an islander or Polynesian person?
And you know what? I don't know. Honest truth, I have no idea. I didn't Google search it. I didn't really give a fuck to.
Because I doubt they were.
I doubt they were. Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
I seriously
doubt they were.
When I was in Hawaii years ago, I would be walking down the street to the beach with my bodyboard, and guess what? First of all, I'm as pale as they can be. I practically combust in the sun like you know, a fucking vampire.
That's right.
Native Hawaiians were passing me, and they shook my hand. They said, "Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Great to see you here. Welcome. Have fun." Okay, they're all about it. They're sharing in the spiritual practice of it. They want everyone to have fun and enjoy themselves. So this fucking idiot who writes this bullshit, and then the Associated Press has the balls to publish it during the Olympics.
It's a white person. Obviously. I'm just saying, dog.
No, I'm not even. You think I'm offended by that? I guarantee you it is.
Yeah, 100% that's a white. And if it's not, I will be very surprised.
I mean, I just fucking Jesus Christ Almighty.
It's so dumb. So anyway, back to the other bullshit.
Back to this other fucking moron. Let's see here. The supposed overwhelming support, however, was also marred by accusations of racism and cultural appropriation. So here's a quote from a critic.
Right.
I'm all for people making themselves comfortable in their own skin, but this is too far, end quote. Well, I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a pretty reasonable criticism of this person.
And they're not like actually shitting on them like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. What are you talking about? You know, they're coming at it very sensibly and saying, I agree with things, but there's a line and you've crossed it.
Yeah. They're not exactly coming at it from a cookie and cream mindset. They're coming at it relatively reasonable.
Dog, you're sick in the head. I'll tell you that right fucking now. Okay? Like Absolutely. That's just there's nothing okay with that. And what pisses me off, another thing, is that people are saying they're so brave for doing this or good for you.
Oh fuck.
That shit's mental illness as well.
It is.
It is, man.
Look how courageous this person is. So courageous.
Serious.
Fuck off.
Serious. Like, if you want to be Korean, I bet this motherfucker doesn't even speak the language. Okay? I bet he doesn't eat the type of food that they eat. And I bet if they had a fucking conscription that they wouldn't fucking go there and be drafted into their military and be subjected to what Korean peoples are subjected to. Because guess what? I've been there. It's not fucking nice.
I mean, well, I've heard very positive things about, because obviously Korea is divided in half. I mean, maybe you can
Yes.
attest to this. You've been over there. I've heard South Korea is pretty awesome.
It's all right, but it's still Korea.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, and then
Yeah.
obviously we all know what's going on up north with
Oh, yeah.
dickhead up
Yeah.
there. But I just wow. I mean, this kind of thing blows my mind, and this is really ramping up over the last couple of years. These types of people, they're coming out of the
bad.
woodwork, player. I mean, they're
That's right.
fucking it. Just
That's
and they're
right.
very vocal. They're very loud. See, here's the thing. This is still this type of person who would do something like this type of mindset, this type of fucking psychosis. Please understand, folks listening, that this is still like 0.01% of like the masses that we're talking about, maybe even less. This is such a small minority of people, but they're very vocal. They're
very loud,
very active on social media. So these types of people go viral like every day. There's some other influencer who does some dumb shit. And they're all over like mainstream news.
They're being praised for it.
Exactly.
Praised for it.
And the people praising idiots like this are just as guilty.
They're if they're not the worst part about it, they're a big part about it not being fucking okay, and about the reason why it's getting spread. So like, look, this person, if you feel a certain way, man, you can't just fucking up and change your race, dog.
It's just not how it works.
Honestly, who can rationalize that? It's not a rational thing. It's not rational.
That's right.
If you want to put on a pair of thongs and fucking heels and say, I'm a chick now, and you tuck your dick between your pants, that's becoming more mainstream again. But like, you're not saying that I'm like a white man is tucking his dick and saying I'm a black female now. I'm a proud black woman. Do you know what I'm saying?
I guarantee you that's coming.
Oh, it's coming because of this bullshit.
If it hasn't already.
Because of this bullshit. But before this though, have you seen this? The white German lady that has transitioned to a black woman.
Are you talking about the woman in the States who was like part of she worked for like the NAACP and she like dreadlocked her hair and darkened her skin? Or am I
not as far as I know, this lady was German.
Oh, okay. Well, this is just another person then.
So she wasn't even from the same continent where black people originate. Okay, I'll say where black people originate. And she was saying that she identified as a black
That's amazing.
female.
Yeah, it's mental illness at its finest.
It's so bad. Like, fair enough. Appreciate the culture. You and I talked about if we could switch cultures, like what we would swap into. Remember that?
Yeah, but yours was a little more praiseworthy than mine. Mine was a little more stereotypical joke.
Yours was
stereotypical,
but
it was about comedy, right?
Who doesn't want to be black? White guys
it's not
down
like I was serious.
At the b-ball courts act like that every day. But no, serious, man. Like, we've talked about it, but we know we're not that. I can get as many tribal tattoos as I want, Polynesian tattoos, fucking learn the haka, hang out with the Shoots all day. It still doesn't make me one of them.
Nope. Another critic of Ollie London was quoted as saying, quote, "Is this not blackface, but for Asians? or am I tripping?" End quote. Bro, how funny would it be if the person who just said that was like a white person who transitioned to an African American, so they ended their sentence with, "Hey, am I tripping?
Am I tripping, dog?
Am I tripping?
Kind of shit is this, nigga?" Like, they would have been, yeah. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines.
But they're like really bad at it, so they're like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, that is whack."
That's whack face.
I'm like tripping. You know what I am saying?
I wouldn't buy no Swisher Sweets from that corner store, dog. Keep it moving. That's just dumb. Come on, man. You're not fucking Korean.
Oh man. So anyway, the article ends with London hasn't responded to the backlash, but has retweeted clips of media personalities discussing their quote-unquote transition. Okay, yeah. So
Right.
thanks for that first one, Cass. Really appreciate it. And yeah, she figured we'd get a kick out of that story. And
I mean, because I did see it when it came out about
yeah.
3 weeks ago.
I remember seeing it, and I mean, I kind of just, I saw the headline, and just as usual, I shook my head and went, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
same.
And then I just
I
kind of
just
moved on.
shook my head because the thing about it is, you and I can talk about it freely and openly, yet we're going to be the ones that get thrown in the fire
Yeah,
because of
no,
our
I feel that.
opinion on
Yeah.
it. But come at me, nigga. I don't give a shit. I'm big as fuck. Come at me. I'm getting older. We've talked about it. I give less of a fuck. I will curb stomp you. But in a nice way, because I'm a nice guy. But serious, man, this is getting out of control.
Yeah, and look, there's always going to be mentally ill people out there, but I think probably a bigger problem at this point is they are being enabled by
They're being
a whole group of
praised.
other people, and it's
Praised. Not even enabled, but praised.
praised. Like we can't start normalizing shit like this. Like
You
it's
cannot.
just so fucking.
Like, where does
Anyway.
it stop? Where do you draw the line?
That's a good question.
Where does the line? It's been so blurred now over the last couple of years. How far is this shit gonna go, man?
Well, like I said, soon you'll start seeing it won't only just be a man who wants to transition to a woman, which first of all, and I know you feel the same way. Let me be clear about this. It's not like Wayne and I have a problem with like a man wanting to transition to a woman or vice versa. Like look, if you want to identify as a woman and you're a biological male, it's not like you living that life actually bothers Wayne and I. That's not what this is fucking about.
It doesn't. That's right. So long as we've said it before, so long as you're not hurting anyone, do what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do whatever you want. Just don't hurt anyone. Exactly. I don't give a fuck if a man wants to identify as a woman, live his life as a woman. That's fine, dude. But because okay, so the argument is that's how they feel inside, like they're a woman trapped in a man's body. Okay, now first of all, to also be clear, even though you living that life really doesn't bother me, I will still make it clear that there is still something going on up in that head of yours, player. I'm just going to put it out there. All right, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you. You got some issues up there. You got some things you got to work out. But if the way to work it out for you is to live that life and you are actually much happier
there you go
with living it, great. I'm all about it. I got a couple of friends back in the States who are trans women, and they're cool as fuck. All right? They're cool as fuck.
There you go.
This whole transracial thing, though, sorry. Just no. Fucking fuck off. So this second article she sent, I won't read the whole thing. This was quite a long one, but it was just a story that came across her, so she sent it over. So again, thanks, Cass, for this one. So Wayne, you know the Supernova convention that happens here in this country every year? It's like the Comic-Con of Australia. Supernova.
Is it called Supernova? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'll act like I know what you're talking about. Sure.
Well, anyway, so folks, listen, if you're unfamiliar, Supernova, it is like kind of like the Comic-Con of Australia. It happens every year. Cool. It's comics and video games and like all this cool shit. It's just pop culture stuff. So the headline from cockatoo.au: Supernova under fire after vendor sells merchandise featuring swastikas at the Sydney show. Oh, God. The article.
What's the
here.
problem here? What's wrong? What? What? I'm a vendor like you.
Fans are threatening to boycott the Supernova Pop Culture Convention, where a vendor openly displayed fascist flags and merchandise at Supernova's most recent Sydney show.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple attendees posted on Supernova's own Facebook page and confirmed to I said Cockatoo. It's Kotaku with a K. 2 Ks in that word. Pretty brave. Kotaku Australia separately that they had reported the booth's merchandise to Supernova staff from Friday when vendors began setting up for the following day's opening. The material included flags and T-shirts featuring swastikas and ultra-nationalist iconography, including one flag sporting the text, quote, "pink fascism," end quote, and a bloody knuckle with a swastika in the fingernail. The term pink fascism is rooted in a debunked conspiracy theory that homosexuals were a prominent factor in or identified with the Nazi Party. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, debunked though, so there's that.
So there you're right. So there's that. It has gained prominence. So the conspiracy theory has gained prominence in recent years among arch-conservative movements worldwide, despite the clear and established history of Nazi Germany's persecution of homosexuals and associated organizations.
Right. As they did. They did.
Well, of course. That was, I mean, gee, for fuck's sake. I mean, this is the Holocaust, people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know, there was no minority who was safe. No Jew was safe, and that was a pretty fucked up time. Won't
It's
even.
fucked up time.
Fucking hell.
That was bad. That was bad.
Although I have to say, there is like a little part of me in the back of my little comedian mind.
Uh-oh.
There's a part of me that really would have loved to have seen a flamingly gay Nazi soldier, but I just.
It would have been hilarious. Just all leather.
Yeah, all leather. Assless chaps.
Assless chaps. And a fucking AK.
Oh, fuck, dude.
What? It was a gift. It's not mine. You want to see it go boom boom? Hmm? Oh, yeah.
Other shirts and merchandise at the stand included a shirt saying, quote, "just hunting Bolsheviks," end quote. Another reading, quote, "Christian, Australian, heterosexual, pro-gun, conservative. Any questions?" End quote. Boy, that's a lot to fit onto a shirt.
That's you know what? Who printed this shit? They should be the ones at fault. If they didn't say no, they're the problem.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess freedom of speech does come into play. Because, let's read it again. Christian, Australian, heterosexual, pro-gun, conservative. Any questions? So I guess if you just look at the words,
yeah,
it's not targeting anyone. So it's like, all right. So the company was like, boy, this is walking the edge, but we'll print it.
We'll print it. The swastika on the front of the shirt they got printed at a different.
Now that's a different story, yeah. But again, it's like
they had to
I guess
spread
it
out
depends. I guess it depends on where they got it printed and shipped from. Because, like, I'll give you an example. So, like,
Germany. What do you mean? This is fucking Germany.
Well, shit. I'll tell you what. I can guarantee you, it wasn't only because anyone who's not familiar. Germany, bro. apparently you even mention the Nazis in Germany, they'll tell you to shut the fuck up. We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they
right.
are so like absolutely just gung ho on the apology and just like no, we don't there's no symbolism. We don't want any of it here. Fuck that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Wash their hands, bro.
They're really trying to it's
Who
taken
wants
a
to
long
claim
time.
Holocaust? Who's claiming Holocaust?
Right.
Nobody.
What the fuck did your country accomplish? Well, you're going to want to sit down for this one.
Yeah, you know all them Jews? You're welcome.
Oh, my God.
Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. We gassed them, now they're dead. Hey, it's okay, I won't do that.
I think that was from the Disney movie Juana.
Jew.
Oh, we kid. Relax, people.
Oh,
Don't cancel us.
God.
Okay.
Oh, shit, man.
Anyway, so yeah, that happened. That happened at Supernova. Thank you again, Cass, for sending those couple of things through to us. We appreciate it.
Man. Yeah.
Now,
What is there more?
okay, so this final thing was. This was a suggestion sent to me by a fan who calls themselves Mad Dog.
Ooh.
Now, let me just
Sounds
make
like a
something clear. If a person who refers to themselves as Mad Dog is about to tell you something, you fucking listen. Because it's going to be entertaining as fuck. I'm just going to tell you that.
That's correct. I agree.
So, Mad Dog sent over a suggestion.
Okay.
The suggestion is I'd like to hear you guys discuss the weirdest places you've had to take a shit.
Oh, all right, dude. I got one straight off.
Okay,
the bat.
now, Mad Dog,
God.
because Mad Dog is so dedicated to this idea. Mad Dog sent over his own story.
Did he do? Okay, sweet. I like that. I like that.
So-
I can. I appreciate that.
Mad Dog's getting honest.
Mad Dog.
So thanks, Mad Dog, and here's his little story here.
Let's dive in.
When I was about 9 or 10, I went through a weird phase where I would take shits in strange places. My favorite was gathering the neighborhood kids when it was time to drop one. and going across the street to the park and climbing the big fig tree to a big fork in the branches. From there, I would hang my ass out and drop a shit from about 2 to 3 meters up, with all the kids looking.
Geez. Oh my goodness! Is that voyagerism? Is there a name for that?
Of voyeurism.
Voyeurism, yeah.
See, I think voyeurism only applies to watching something sexual, but if you have like
if you've got a shit
scat
fetish,
yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
One time they poked it with a stick and found a marble that I had swallowed a couple days earlier.
Who's that is a sign of the times. They're about our age. I'll tell you that, because we played with marbles as kids. No one else, this generation or the generation before, they don't play with marbles. That was our generation. It was a thing.
Yeah, and then all the generations before that. I think that's a good guess. I think this person is probably around
our
age. They're mid-30s, maybe 40. I think that's a good guess. Mad Dog, thank you very much for sending that. We appreciate it. Oh,
Thanks
shit.
for telling your story and
And,
sharing it. That's awesome.
Mad Dog, if we ever meet in real life, make sure you let Wayne and I buy you a beer. And when we get you drunk enough,
Yeah.
we're going to send you up a tree.
We will
and
find the
watch you
nearest
take
fig
shit.
tree, and I will have my marble bag and stick ready to go.
Ready to go, baby.
Actually, we're gonna upgrade this motherfucker. We're gonna give him a pool ball because why not? 8-ball through the uprights of the fig tree down to the ground.
All right, so those were the few submissions that came through. So again, thank you so much to Cass and Mad Dog.
Cool. Yeah.
Really appreciate that. Thanks for sending them through. And anyone else listening, hey, you got anything you want to send through? Anything at all?
Anything.
Send
Anything.
it through. You know, we'd appreciate that, man. So,
Anything.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
First of all, what are you drinking?
Dude, I've got two things. I got the Tinny's Pale Ale. It's my go-to. I mean, $53, man, and they're 1.4, and they're 375 mil.
Hey, $53 for the case of Pale Ale. That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. And because you roped me into this fucking carnivore diet.
Which you are starting tomorrow, Monday,
starting
our time.
tomorrow morning. So I'm looking forward to my steak and eggs tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So I'm drinking Sky vodka and sugar-free lemonade, just so that I know what I'm in for.
There you go, brother.
And what have you got since you're already on the diet?
I've got me a gin with soda water and some fresh lime squeezed in. So
I told you earlier, gin makes me emotional. I want to know if anyone else feels like this.
So, before we talk about how you become a bitch after gin, I would love for you to elaborate, because let me tell you something. The second I mentioned Mad Dog's suggestions,
we'll do that.
You
first.
lit up like a kid at Christmas. You were like, "Oh, I got one."
I shit in weird places too.
All right. Well, why don't you tell myself in the audience a little shit story, man?
I've got two stories.
Oh, fantastic! Let me pour another drink.
Hey,
God
man.
damn it!
Hey man, I'm an outdoor shitter. I outhouse, no need for that. I use the wilderness. No, okay, two stories. So one, when I was younger, I was maybe 8 years old, and I came home on the bus, and my parents weren't home. I didn't know where they were. They were running late or whatever, and the house was locked. Obviously, I had to do a huge shit, dude. I couldn't get in the house. No neighbors were home because everyone was still at work, or I was too scared to knock on the door. So anyway, I hopped my own fence, and I remember just shitting in the backyard. And my parents came home, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, I couldn't get in the house. Like, it was either I pooped here or I pooped my pants. Like I was young. That's how I would have said it. Either I pooped here or I pooped my pants. Like it was some shit like that. Shit, no pun intended. But and it was just awkward, man. But I had to shit. I mean, what? I'd rather shit in the backyard than shit your pants. Correct?
Well, absolutely. And just a little side observation. I can't think of a worse feeling than trying to hop a fence while having to take a big dump.
I was gonna say, because I was too short to reach the latch at the top. Okay, this is how young I was, but I was still agile enough to climb like a 6-foot tall fence with the gut full of shit. And it did not come out. I'm pretty sure I had to press my abdomen against the fence to, kind of angle myself to link my leg. You know what I mean?
Get some leverage to get over that.
Get some leverage and just go. And I think that was like because I shit right in the landing zone. It's not like I sniffed around like a golden retriever for the best spot. I just hopped over the fence. I'm like, "Yep, I'm here now," and I pulled my pants down. My Ninja Turtle underwear, and I just shit. That's horrible.
Just zero hesitation. You land, you drop trow, and
yeah, Yep, that was it. And I'm like, well, this is happening. And I think I remember, like, we had the Ninja Turtle Raphael football in the back.
Right.
I was just like staring at that the whole time. I'm like, this is gonna be okay. I'll be okay.
That's a story you'd tell your grandkids, like
I'm never
all
telling them
these
that
years.
story.
No, but you could really
No,
make
no,
it.
they have to subscribe to the podcast. Fuck them.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the rule.
So the other one, the other story I have. Hey man, I'm just full of shit stories. The other story I have. I was working in Sydney, long time ago. I'll say like 5 years ago. So I'm 30, 36 now. It would have been when I was 30 or 31. I was working in Sydney. I drank a lot the night before, a lot of beer. So I was carved up, a lot of hops and shit like that. And I was leaving home. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll be good. Mind you, my drive to work was an hour and a half. Halfway in, my gut's just doing it, dude. It's just
Oh
doing it.
no.
My body was telling me, look, it's coming out whether you agree with it or not.
This is not a debate.
This shit's happening, literally. So I'm just like, oh fuck, oh fuck. I pull up, dude. I'm on the highway. I pull over to the side of the road. I'm scrambling in the back for a plastic bag. Right. I move the driver's seat forward, not the passenger seat, because it would have looked weird if someone was in the passenger seat. So I push the driver's seat forward to make it look like there's still a driver in there, like they're doing something just on the side of the road. Not shitting, but something other than that.
Anything but shitting.
So I sat in the back seat, dude, and I just had to shit in a plastic bag. I did, man. I'm not proud of it, but hey, I'm a human being. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. I did what I had to do. Thank fuck for whatever reason I had like not toilet tissue but like napkins from like fast food places. So I was able to wipe my ass and I put it all in the bag. I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna do with this now? So I just chucked it in the field in like the median strip of the highway. I just chucked it in. Fully chucked it. Like oh my god, that's so bad, but I did it. Fuck it, whatever. Come at me, I'm big. So I'm sure you've got some white privilege shits you've taken in some minorities' yards as a joke.
When I was about.
Oh, you do. You didn't even deny it. You weren't even like, hang on a second. You were like, well, yeah, actually, this one time at band camp.
This one time, I think I was about 18. I was at my buddy Andrew's house.
Right.
All right, so we're hanging out. He and I used to jam music together like every single day. My buddy Andy, he still to this day, he plays music for a living. He travels and plays in bars and clubs, and he's like a singer-songwriter. And
yeah, cool, man.
Shout out to you, Andy. Shout out to Andy Westcott, man. Fucking love you, brother. And it's been way too long since we've seen each other, so hopefully we can get that done in the near future. But this was
dude, if he's
years
got mics
ago.
And shit, have him on.
Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, fuck it. We'll try to get him on as a guest in the near future.
Yeah.
So I'm over at my boy Andy's house. We're probably like 18, 19. And we're jamming, playing some blues, some funk, just doing whatever. And he has to go upstairs for a second because I think his dad came home and his dad needed him to like help him with something. Mm-hmm. So I'm down in the basement, and I had to suddenly, like, I stand up from the drums, and it was like that feeling you got while you were driving. It's like my gut just it's like because when you're playing music or you're really into something, you're not thinking about
It's
your bowels or you have to piss or like
different.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we stop. I stand up. He's upstairs, and I walk back around from behind the drum set. I was just gonna sit down and watch TV, and suddenly my gut was just like, "Hey man, you've been holding this way too long, son. Way too long. We are in code red. Code red.
No. Code red. Here it comes.
Code brown. Code brown."
Floodgates.
Flood. That's right. I had to take the meanest dump, and I could tell this was gonna be fucking record setting. I was like, oh goddamn. I run to the bathroom down the basement, right?
Mm-hmm. See, that in itself is dangerous. Running.
Exactly. Yeah, running while having to take a mean shit is not fun. I ran across, and this was a very extensive basement. When I say I ran across the basement, this wasn't like, oh, I just stepped over a few feet in the hallway to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, I ran across the basement of this house, across an entire floor.
Mm-hmm.
Slammed the door open, shut it, sat down. And I took, it was just turd after turd, just this massive dump.
So you shit in a toilet.
Well, hold on. I ain't done with my story.
All right. I was about to say that shit is not. That's not shitting in an awkward place. Toilet is the norm. The norm.
It's the norm.
It's the norm. But okay.
Oh, trust me, I
Sorry.
realize.
What happened? What happened?
So, I'm not kidding. You know the type of dump where it's so sizable that when you stand up to go flush after you've wiped, you look down and there are heads of turds poking out of the water.
Yeah, oh no, that's yeah, dude.
I had out like a lumberjack. I had dropped logs, son.
Jesus.
Okay. Now here's the problem.
Timber.
Suddenly,
did you yell timber?
I call this a Paul Bunyan. Oh, but bro, I see this. I have a giggle to myself because I was way more immature at the time than I am now. Believe it or not. So I see the heads of the turds poking out. I laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
Had I had a smartphone at the time or whatever, I would have certainly taken a photo of it. I definitely would have. But this was so long ago.
Oh, goodness. It's Korean.
But I go to flush the toilet.
No.
The toilet does not flush.
Oh, no.
And when I say doesn't flush, I mean I'm hitting the lever. It doesn't even attempt to flush. The lever's not connected to anything. It's just still water sitting in the toilet. It's a completely inactive toilet. And I just piled in the logs, dude. They were sticking out of the water. So the fucking stink was seeping into the basement. And so my buddy Andy comes back down the stairs. And he's like, "Bro, did you go shit?" He's like, "Did you go shit in that toilet?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't know there was something wrong with it. And he's like, "Oh, dude, damn, that toilet hadn't flushed in a week."
Oh, fuck.
So
were they renovating or something?
This is what happens. Bro, so this is what happens. I'm like, "Well, what do I do?" And he goes, "Fuck, I don't know, look," he goes, "Look, just shut the door. Just leave it for now. I don't know."
Oh, you guys left it?
He's like, "I'll figure something out later. I just don't even want to deal with it right now."
Yep.
And I was like, "All right, well, whatever. You want to just play some more music or whatever?" And he's like, yeah. So we play some more music for a little while and just ignore the problem. And then later, nighttime comes around. Now a few more of our friends come over, and we're chilling upstairs. We had forgotten just about like the issue.
What?
Okay, we had ignored. We're 18, fucking young, dumb, full of cum idiots. Like,
Did you think your privilege would get rid of it for you?
well, probably yes.
Oh my God. By the strength of Jesus, this shit will go down the toilet.
Someone
without us.
call the nanny. But
Excuse
all right,
me,
so we're hanging
Lorena.
out later that night, and we start doing a little bit of underage drinking and blah blah blah.
Goodness gracious.
So we're upstairs. We're bit tipsy.
Mhm.
Here's what I decide to do.
Yeah.
I'm a drunk, 19-year-old,
Oh,
dummy.
my. All right.
and I get this really hilarious idea. So I go into the house. Now we were hanging outside the house. Like they had this huge like patio area, and it's the summer, so we're all chilling outside on this big patio, drinking, doing whatever, just chilling. I go back inside the house. I go down the stairs. I had grabbed a Ziploc bag.
Oh, bro.
I go into the bathroom, into the basement. I manage to extract all the turds from the toilet, not with my bare hand. I did that trick where you turn the bag inside out and you put your hand in it, and then you can grab things and pick them up and then flip the bag like you do with dog shit.
It's not a trick. It's common sense, but I'm glad you did it.
It was trust me, I was wasted. It was a trick at the time. I had no common sense at that point, bro.
I just invented a new way to use plastic bags.
Did you guys know you can pick up turds with this?
What?
Dude,
What?
so I fished the turds out of the toilet, and in my drunken state, I'm like, I'm just like such a good guy. It's like I just cleared the toilet of my turds. Like I'm so nice. Like
Right.
I'm so good. So I seal up the bag with the turds in it, but then I'm like, oh fuck. Like, where do I put it? I can't just go put it in the trash bin upstairs. It's a bag full of turds.
Oh my
Like
God.
it's a shit-filled Ziploc bag.
Ugh, dude.
So I go upstairs. And I have the bag. I'm holding it like behind my back, and I go outside. Now everyone is outside. There was a few guys there who had brought like some weed, and they were smoking. They're smoking some bud.
Yeah.
I look at these guys, and I just remember right in front of Andy. I go, hey guys, I brought some weed too.
Oh my God.
And they were like, oh shit, yeah, Mike brought some weed. Hey, they go, hey, fucking break it out, man. Break out the weed. And so
No, you didn't.
I handed
Oh my God.
handed this dude the Ziploc bag. I'm like, yeah, it's in this. I'm like, it's in this bag, bro.
Oh.
And he's not even really looking. He just takes the bag, and he's like talking. He's just like, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we were just like fucking like chilling the other day, And he breaks the seal open
Oh my
of the
God.
Ziploc bag.
Oh, you are a horrible human being.
He breaks open the seal of the bag. Now, a lot of folks are expecting me. They're gonna think I'm about to say he reached in and touched it.
Right.
No.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, no.
Because he was put off by the
Because
shit smell.
Because the stench,
Oh.
it smacked him in the face so hard. he just went. So he's like in mid sentence, right? He's like, yeah. So it's like we're at John's house, right? And it's like we're just like hanging out. And then he stops and he goes, What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he looks down and he's just like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like like that kind of like that redneck voice came out. He was a bit of a southern boy.
Right.
What the fuck? It's just a bag full of fucking shit. And I'm laughing so fucking hard. I'm on the ground laughing, dude.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he was not happy about it, but then
Did y'all fight?
no, because we knew each other. And like he was like not. It was one of those moments where he's just like, you motherfucker. But then like he
right.
realizes that it's kind of funny, and he starts giggling. He's just like, man.
High.
He's just like, oh, man, you're just a fucking asshole, man.
Oh, dude. He would have been high as shit.
And so anyway, he ends up he throws the bag like into the backyard, and anyway, whatever happened to it from there, I don't know, son. It's not like we went and retrieved it.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, the only other place where shitting got weird was I actually shit off of a bridge once.
Right, like into water or.
It was a semi-dried up riverbed. So it actually ended up, it was... Now, I was about 12 when I did that, but it was hilarious because, like, I was with a few other kids. We shit off of this bridge, which, by the way, extremely dangerous. I don't recommend that to anyone because we actually sat, like, on the ledge.
Yeah, that's bad, dude.
And took a shit.
Yeah.
We were holding on there was like a rail that we could really tightly hang on to. So it was like, I don't know, half safe.
How high up were you?
High enough where if you fell, you wouldn't die, but you'd break bones.
Damn, that's just dumb.
So it's actually worse because it's like you'd survive it.
Yeah, you're yeah, that's right. Congratulations, you're a paraplegic.
A paraplegic who just shit off of a bridge.
Yeah, imagine if you landed in your own shit and you couldn't move. Imagine, yeah, dude, you just land face first in your shit and you break your spine.
You get the wind knocked out of you, you're going, and you're just breathing in shit fumes.
Oh, God.
So now you're nauseous, you're going,
yeah. And then you pass out and then like have like the most euphoric dream, and then you come to, and then you just like you got shit in your mouth. Oh, and then God, and then you throw up. Now you're inhaling that. Oh man, I could just because I could imagine it because I'd fucking hate that. You'd muster up the courage and the will to snap your own neck. just to make it end.
Oh my God, dude. So
That'd be so bad.
We started laughing though because like one kid got the shit into the water, but then the other two, their turds landed like next to the stream.
Yeah.
So you look down, there's just like these duty bombs like sitting in the sand.
Horrible.
It just...
Bombs is right. Bombs over Baghdad. Oh, the Maryland Mayhem. We're here at the local stream at the family bridge where people have decided to take a shit. Now, I don't know about you, Mary, back there in the studio, but this just gives me the shits. It appears to be moist, and there was reports of a blonde female in the area who is now referred to as the Blonde Bomber. Any information that could lead to the capture and arrest of the Blonde Bomber will be greatly appreciated. She's
they
known to have a German accent. She says things like, "What's wrong? Why you chasing me?"
Then they start hitting spots like in the community. It's like blonde bomber strikes again.
Oh yeah, the blonde.
Then they have to start a neighborhood watch. It's just like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting pretty sick and tired of this blonde bomber shitting all over our properties.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna catch him.
We're gonna catch him. We is gonna catch him. I'll use a net. I'll catch him in the net. It catches things.
Bring your dog catching nets and flashlights.
You know what I'm gonna bring? You know what I'm gonna bring that Dolce bag. It's fake though. Just don't tell it that. She'll think it's real. I got my stick. I got my cardboard box. I got the fake Dolce Cabanas inside of there. Once it comes in, I'm gonna snatch it up. Geek, geek, geek.
They rope up some creature. It's hanging by a tree branch, and it's Paris Hilton. Like, oh my god, this is so lame. What's happened? I was just trying to take a dump.
What set is this? I've already done Simple Life 2. My dad owns hotels.
Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy.
Was that all of the suggestions?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh shit.
Mad Dog.
Mad dog.
Bruh. Mad Dog.
So, my friend,
Yeah.
we've got a nice chunk of time that we can
do.
dedicate to the Ask Reddit All Stars.
You want to do some?
I think so. I saved a couple here
All right.
that I think looked promising.
Okay, cool. Bring it.
Plus, we'll keep this episode reasonable. Just, I know my wife would love me to get back into the house and
Yeah, fair enough.
get dinner going for the two of us and that sort of
Fantastic.
thing. And it is what it is, and I appreciate it.
I hope it's not shit in a bag.
Well, no promises.
That's horrible.
No promises.
Oh, Lord.
The
I hope
day
you
is
don't
still
turn into a
young,
Korean
and
and
my
just-
tummy.
You just decide to make her stir fry. I'm Korean now. We have dog.
Oh my god. So we were on the subject of strangest places you've taken a shit. Now this Ask Reddit has nothing to do with taking a shit. However, the question posted a few days ago: what is the worst place you had sex?
Okay.
Now I kind of like that.
The bedroom.
The bedroom at this point, it kind
yeah.
of is like it would actually be the
It's-
least fun at this point.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The
You know?
bedroom's for sleeping.
It's like, come on, baby, we're going up to the roof.
That's right. Yeah. Don't
Front of
don't
a
get my
full
heart
moon.
raced. Don't get my heart rate pumping in the bed while I'm trying to sleep. Like, I sleep here. You don't fuck where you sleep. You fuck other places, like in the kitchen where you cook.
Let's see. So, Donut Earth responded, I lived in Australia for a bit. Hey, shout out.
Yo.
Lived in Australia for a bit, and our studio had this black pleather couch. It looked exactly like that casting couch meme, so we tried it for fun once. My ex sweats a lot,
Oh.
even when it's not hot as hell out.
Mhm.
But it was, and we stuck to the couch like glue.
Oh, that's the worst, dude.
It is. And then you have to tear yourself off of it.
Yeah, and you can feel it and hear it, and it's just like, damn it. You can feel the moisture going back up your asshole. Trying to rip it up. You're just creating a vacuum, just getting shot back up your butt.
Oh shit. Let's see. Sir_Taffy responded, I don't recommend on top of a piano. Very uncomfortable and not at all the experience we envisioned. I can imagine that would be uncomfortable as fuck, dude. That
Who's
hard
rich
ass
enough
piano.
to fuck on top of a piano?
Well,
Who's got a piano laying around nowadays? Talking about, well, let's fuck on it.
Cadbury, fetch the condoms.
Cadbury, play E minor. Cadbury.
Yes.
Cadbury, that makes my dick quite hard, Cadbury. E minor.
Yes, Cadbury. Anything by Beethoven gets me rock hard. Yes.
Cadbury, would you mind playing All the Single Ladies by Beyonce? All the Single Ladies. Play it, Cadbury.
Oh God. Let's see. Lockham32 responded. On a hike in a wildlife refuge. Oh boy, where's this going?
Oh. I was raped by a lion. I was raped by and the hyenas were watching, and they were just laughing the whole time, like they were enjoying it.
Oh shit. On a hike at a wildlife refuge, we went off the trail to a more remote area.
Yeah.
Was all fun and games till I got something stuck on my dick.
What?
It was all fun and games until I got something. Oh, wait, hold on. Folks, I misread that. It's worse than that.
Yeah. See, you talk about my
Hold on.
illiteracy, motherfucker, on the last one.
This is sorry, folks. This is Jin reading. Was all fun and games till I got stung on the dick.
Oh.
Was after the event had ended. When I was briefly exposed, the little bastard went right at me. We joke about it regularly. I said it comes up monthly. I'd say it comes up monthly. Just out of the blue, she will say, "Hey, remember when you got stung in your penis?" Yes, I remember, and I will never forget. Now, I'm assuming this guy, he didn't make it clear. I'm assuming he's talking about, like, a bee or a fucking wasp or...
I'd hope so.
Or like a fire ant or some shit.
Yeah, because apparently they sting. They don't bite. I don't know.
It's a bite, I think.
Okay.
I think it is a bite, but it's a really vicious bite.
Dude, if you let something... unknown like that and potentially dangerous get that close to your dick, you deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's
if
just
you're
like
not paying attention enough,
you let something sting you on the dick, son.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
You got to kung fu chop that motherfucker and just keep banging that ass.
Dude, I protect my dick more so than I protect my kids. I will karate chop a bee in half.
Oh shit! It's like you're experiencing a home invasion. They're threatening to hurt your kids, and you're like, "Hey, listen, do what you got to do. Just don't kick me in the dick. That's all I'm saying."
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
If they shoot me in the face, I'm dead. If they aim for my cock, I'm splitting that bullet down with my karate chop to protect me.
Oh shit!
Get out of here!
Let's see. Pamplemousse responded. bottom of
Sound it out.
pamplemousse. What's the matter, boy? You too stupid? Today, Junior.
Today, Junior. Never grow up.
Oh, shit. Pamplemousse responded. So again, this is about the worst place having sex, and they say bottom of a cliff next to the ocean. Turns out I have an allergic reaction to coral, and my back was scratched the fuck up from it. It was windy, wet, and itchy. And then
Wow.
and then they added to this, the runner-up is the movie theater.
Why the movie theater?
They didn't say. They just said runner-up is the movie theater. Now, the comment under it by another Redditor, they're saying movie theater like with people? That's bold.
Yeah.
Pamplemousse responded to that saying, there was only a handful of people at this movie, and they were all in the front. My ex and I were all the way in the back corner.
Yeah, as you do.
All right.
As you do. You're not going to
Okay.
go in the front because they didn't pay to see that.
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell you this.
Don't
Only
do
a
it.
couple who's truly in love would go up to the front of that theater and start banging away in front of strangers. That's all I'm going to say.
Pee Wee Herman style. Just pull your dick out. It's my dick. Bicycle. Like,
Oh my god.
imagine if that's how his dick got hard. Like, nothing else worked, but he was just like,
It just popped a rock hard erection.
yeah, out of nowhere. What gets you hard, Pee Wee? A gray suit and a red tie.
Welcome back to Pee-wee's Rock Hard Adventure.
Yeah. He's not riding a bike this time.
Whoa, hey baby, let me come on your tits.
Down right there. Don't move. You fucked it up. Don't move. Stare at my muscles.
I imagine that is exactly what Arnie was yelling when he was fucking the nanny at his mansion. That is exactly what it was.
Probably. Don't look at my small penis. Look at my big mouth. Look at my big arms. I fought the predator. I defeated him and his dreadlocks. I said, come here. But he didn't do it. So he blew himself. I'll make you blow yourself too. You're an ugly motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Then Danny Glover walks into the bedroom going, now what the fuck happened? Shit!
I'm getting too old for this shit.
All right.
I want to fuck you. Danny Glover's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
All right. Now listen here, pussy face.
Oh, Lord.
We'll do this last one of this thread. Mostly Normal responded, a treehouse that was actually a plywood shack on 6-foot stilts. It was pretty old and the plywood was splintery. So he laid down on an old towel. It's not even that he didn't even lay down on the towel like a gentleman. The sentence is, he laid down an old towel for me. So she could get on it. Yeah. At that point, nah, man, be a gentleman. You got to lay your ass on the splintery ass wood on the towel, and she can just give you a nice little cock ride. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. She wasn't an Esquarian. Is that right?
Uh,
Estuarian? Is that right? Esquarianism? Is that right?
Oh fuck. It's funny because I just saw a clip of it on the Olympics.
Yeah.
Sequestrian.
Sequestrian? There you go.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't preaching Jesus' name because she was not a missionary.
And she says also it was too small for me to fit in any direction, so my head stuck out of the door.
That's hilarious. That mental image is great.
I stared at the night sky and just waited for him to be done.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the story of how I lost my virginity. Whoa, that took a
No.
turn. Hey.
You could tell it in like a way better light. It was in a tree house and I stared at the stars, right? And that's it. That's it. That's it. Not I laid there with splinters in my asshole, waiting, staring at the fading stars, waiting for it to be done.
Oh shit.
Two different ways to tell it, people.
All right, so we'll do this last one.
Is it another question or a response?
Sorry, so a new question.
Okay.
The question: what's the most fucked up thing you've heard
These are always
while eavesdropping? Ooh, interesting.
good. Okay.
Let's see. Death Command responded. The reason my Korean. I'm not even.
Hold on now.
Now this is the reason my Korean grandma, not core/Ian grandma.
Oh, right.
The reason my Korean grandma was alive at the time is because she wasn't as pretty as her sister during Japanese occupation. Holy fuck.
That's true, though.
Fuck yeah, dude. Damn, that's heavy.
That's real life.
God, imagine you hear that for the first time and you're not
Yeah.
you weren't even talking to your grandmother. She was just saying it to someone else. Fuck, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, and you're right. That's some real shit.
That's some real shit, dude.
God damn. There's a comment under it saying from Gip_pink. My great aunt is Italian and her village was occupied by Nazi soldiers. She told me her mother would wash her and her sister every 15 days so that the soldiers would find them dirty and not touch them. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, I see where that was going.
See people, and then you want to be so fucking offended because someone says something to you. Imagine having to wash your children every 15 days so they don't get raped by Nazi soldiers.
There you go. Yeah,
Like, for
actual
real, man.
life problems.
Actual fucking life problems. So you wipe your fucking tears from your face, and you just man or woman the fuck up and stop bitching all the goddamn time. For fuck's sake. I'm big.
Here, I'll
Come
drink
at
to
me.
that.
Come on, my nigga. I mean, oh, fuck. Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Let's see. This screen name. I am Zaid231 responded. My ex thought I was sleeping. She went out on the back patio, which was under my master bedroom window that was open. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but overheard her talking to her friend about how they were both fucking an old man for money and pills. Damn.
I want to be that old man. How do I get to that status?
Good for you, sir.
Do you want my Viagra pills? It will make your clit more sensitive. Imagine it's like, Cadbury. Cadbury.
Oh, shit.
Bring my pills for the exchange, Cadbury. Don't look, Cadbury. I'm shy.
Oh shit. Uh, Christ Conscious responded. One time when I was in Las Vegas, I woke up and overheard my dad begging my mom to let him buy a prostitute.
What?
I could hear the pain and hurt in my mother's voice. I don't think I'll ever forget that. You know what? Your dad's a fucking asshole. Jesus Christ, dude.
Just
It's different if
I don't
like
get
it's
that.
one of those marriages where it's like an agreed open relationship and whatever and everybody
maybe
wants to
that's what
get
he was
freaky.
going for. I don't know. Is that what he was going for?
But once you've like truly offended your wife asking to buy a prostitute, and then but then it's like this person's saying he starts begging. What a pathetic, dickless fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he's
It
probably
didn't
Korean
specify
now.
male or female prostitute either. Please, I just want to get a Korean dick in my booty hole. It's a white guy though, but he claims to be Korean. He's half the price. Fuck off, nigga.
Let's see. I will craft responded, I am from a very dangerous country. One night while looking at the stars in my yard, I heard a couple people plotting how to carry out a murder. They were meeting in an empty lot across from my place. I even heard them agree on the plan and then get on their motorcycles to go execute it.
Damn.
Fuck. See, again, people understand the world is very big and understand there are communities out there with issues, like actual fucking crazy ass shit that goes on every day. So the next time you want to like try to cancel someone or get their job taken away from them because maybe they cracked a joke of some sort that you found distasteful. Again, what Wayne said, just buck the fuck up, toughen up, move on with your life. For God's sake.
I hate it, dude. Like, I don't like black licorice, so I don't fucking eat it.
Right, because, yeah, it's a choice at that point. It's a choice if you eat it again.
But in the same token, if you eat black licorice and you enjoy it, I'm not going to throw you to the wolves. I'll still have a decent conversation with you just because we have a difference of opinion. And
that's right.
It's that simple. It's that fucking simple.
That's right, bro. All right, well, we'll do this last one, and then I can share with you all very briefly a really kind of odd thing I heard while living in Los Angeles. Okay.
All right.
I'd be happy to share that, and then you can share something if you got anything you've heard eavesdropping, my boy.
Nope.
Well, you're probably you know what? It's like you're lucky at that point. It's like, no, I haven't heard any weird shit recently.
Yeah, no, top secret claims.
It's all pretty normal.
You know, classifications and all that.
Let's see. She's out. Oh my God, I can't even read this name, so I'm not gonna. But anyway, this person responded, I work nights right next to a bar. The conversation that's stuck with me the most was when someone's baby mama found them and started a one-sided shouting match outside the window. She said something along the lines of, you've got $1 million in your bank account and still can't take care of your kids. Saw her running and screaming at him as he got in his car and drove off. Interesting.
I mean, that's all right.
I mean,
like, it happens a lot, I feel.
I feel like that is more frequent than we would like to.
Yeah, it's still not okay.
It's not okay.
Like, it's unfortunate, but I feel as though that happens a lot.
But I all right, so we'll just end those there. But I now this was the most all right. So this is the most random shit I've ever heard in my life.
All right,
It's so random. I couldn't even tell you what the context is.
Uh-huh.
I can't even tell you where it went from here. So here's how it went down. My friend Phil and I, we were hanging on his balcony um, in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're having drinks, we're chilling. This group of women walk by on the sidewalk. We're like 3 stories up on a balcony. They're walking by on the sidewalk below us, and they're talking quite loudly. They probably had come from drinking, so they're all shouting. So they're having this loud ass conversation, dude. And as they're passing, this is what we hear come out of this chick's mouth. She goes, "Yeah, so there we are, and you just have like these hookers, right? And you have these gigolos, and then there was like a few Mexicans, and they're just all eating fried chicken." And then they pass from there. Like, that's the only part I heard was that.
So what did you gather from that?
I looked at Phil and I was like, now what? I'm like, what in the fuck could she possibly be described? Like, what situation? And I started we started pontificating. It was just like, was she in a KFC or a Popeyes?
It was a Sunday afternoon at Shaniqua's house.
And like apparently hookers are present. I was just like,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
But it was that's
all
the
the
most
friends.
random thing I've ever heard get said just from accidental eavesdropping.
Mm-hmm.
And then it passed so quickly. They walked by real quick.
Yeah, done.
So-
Over and done.
That was it. It was just this like blip of conversation. I didn't even know what to make of it, dude.
Well, I've got 2, so I'll do them quickly.
Sure, man.
So the first one was when I was in the military. We were living in the dorms and whatnot. And we always liked to freestyle rap and blah, blah, blah. So I was in the room freestyling with these dudes on the bottom floor, right? And I did my thing and they recorded it and blah, blah, blah. I went back up to my room to get more drinks or whatever. I came back down. And from the outside of the door, I could hear them listening back to what I was saying. And they were laughing and telling jokes about, oh, he's this and he's that and he's shit, right? So I overheard that and I'm just like, well, fuck. And I just went back to my room. So that's a sad
That's
story,
rough,
but
dude.
it happened. But I still remember that shit. So that's one thing that I overheard that I'm kind of glad that I did because, fuck you. I still freestyle and I still do what I do. If you don't like it, well, don't listen.
But you also realized in that moment that these aren't actually your friends. So yeah, fuck them.
Well, criticism is one thing, but out, just straight out making fun of somebody is another thing to tear them down. If I say something to you about being a white privileged person, that's jokes.
Right.
But if I say something to you about something else, because I can't even think of anything, it's different.
But it's
But
the
if you
fact that
s-
they did it when you're not even there to
I
defend
wasn't
yourself.
even there. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So,
And they wouldn't say it to your face because they're bitches. So fuck 'em.
well, yeah, there you go. So that happened, and then after I moved here, right? This is when I won't say names because I
Okay.
just don't want to. I just don't want to.
Better safe than sorry.
I'll just say. So it was years back. So my sister-in-law was still young, and her cousin was young too. And I went in the backyard to play with them, playing soccer or whatever. Blah 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 blah. And I came back into my room, and the window was open, and it goes right into the backyard. And the cousin was like, oh, "Well, I just want to see what his butt looks like." And I was just like,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
because I was like a grown ass man. Like these are little kids. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like
God damn.
I wasn't even doing any. I wasn't being provocative or nothing. I was just, I was just out there like, what's up there? Let's play some soccer. But yeah, I don't know. I guess she was interested in some different type of balls.
Man, but especially when it comes from someone young
know.
like that, it's so uncomfortable. That's fucking
was-
so weird.
I just like stood in place and I just gasped like, and like they were so young. I'm just like, fuck. Like I put myself into their shoes when I was that age. I was concerned about other shit. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't concerned about nothing else. I was just concerned about fucking Pokemon cards or fucking playing Nintendo, shit like that. But anyway,
Yeah, I feel that.
those are the two most memorable.
All right. Well, folks, that was cool. Thanks again to Cass and Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sending us those things, and yeah, again, look, for everybody else, send us whatever you want. We'll give you a shout
Anytime,
out.
honestly,
Anytime.
right? Like anytime. This is the shit we want because it helps us, I think.
It does, because at the end of the day, again, you all know this. Like Wayne and I, we just sit down, hit record. We never have a plan except for the Ask Reddit All Stars. That's it. We just fucking start talking shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that's it. And don't get me wrong, it's worked out quite well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 27 episodes. We do
That's
it
right.
regardless.
I mean, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Now, special announcement. I won't get too specific.
Uh-oh.
But here's a little special announcement for everybody who is still listening and hasn't turned this fucking thing off yet. Next week, we do have a very special guest coming onto the show to shoot the shit with us and have some laughs and enjoy a couple of drinks.
Who is it?
Well, that's the part I ain't going to get specific about just in case they cancel.
But you told me such and such would be here.
Here's what I'll say. It is a very special guest. This person definitely is a fucking legend in the Illawarra, a legend in I would say probably a bit of a legend in this country, just depending on who you talk to. So,
Okay.
And I don't think that's a stretch. I think that's actually very fair to say.
Yeah, for sure.
This person that we're going to have next week, we're very excited to have this person. I think we're going to have a lot of fucking fun. Please make sure all of you, all our listeners, everybody, and get your friends, get in on that episode next week. It's going to be a shitload of fun. It's a very special guest. We're really looking forward to it. Beyond that, hey, keep doing what you're doing, everybody. Hit the likes, hit the subscribes, share the shit with your friends. Do what you got to do what you want to do, or don't. Like, we give a fuck.
Don't.
It's your life.
Yeah, I don't care.
We don't care.
Unless it makes social news and you're a fucking idiot, then we'll have something to say about it.
Yeah, and I'll update everyone about my transition to whatever
black,
I want to. Well, you know what? Haven't decided yet. You see, that's the beauty of the world now. I'll just decide next week.
I thought you were going to be black and say nigger from here on out, and I was going to be Mexican and just make tacos. I thought we decided.
Hey, well, listen.
Don't turn back.
Once life takes a turn for the worst,
you'd already be black.
We'll see
so
where
don't
we're
worry.
at. Oh, fuck. His words, not mine, folks. His words, not mine. All right, folks. Listen, we appreciate the hell out of you. Wayne, anything you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Nah, just don't be a fucking dickhead to people. Just be kind to one another and just, I'm not stealing from Ellen because she's gay. But seriously, man, just be nice to one another and just fucking let's get through this shit together.
That's right. All right, folks. Appreciate you. Definitely tune in next week, all right?
Peace out, nigga.